Hi guys, it's me. Today I want to talk about Mercury retrograde. You probably have seen it in social media. It is happening. If you follow astrology, or even if you don't, you will see, a post here and there, people talking about Mercury retrograde. The reason why it's a big deal is because, well, before I even knew anything about astrology, which I don't know that much, but whatever little I know, I will tell you right now. Sometimes like things will happen to me and I didn't know why was I feeling a certain way? Why this or why that? And until I started like learning a little bit about astrology, I started to noticing things and saying like, wait, so I wasn't crazy. Right? That's the first thing that we say, like, oh my God, am I going crazy or am I losing it? And yeah, it has to do with the fact that, when things are happening and with the planets, like you actually feel it. It actually affects you some way, somehow. Mercury is a planet about communication. So a lot of stuff start breaking down, like your phone. You probably have experienced by now things where your TV just turns on all of a sudden, or where your phone, like communication is like, calls keep dropping, and yeah, things like that. Sometimes it affects, I don't want to scare you, sometimes it even affects your transportation, like your car and stuff. And well, nobody wants to spend money fixing your car, but sometimes it does happen. Like I said, your phone, like to me, like I get frustrated with something that's not, keeps like, turning on and off. Or before Mercury retrograde, I would just throw my phone, out of like anger, and please do not think like I'm crazy or but I get really frustrated. And sometimes like when it's working, I lose it. And I'm like, oh my God, like I said, before I even knew about Mercury retrograde, like during Mercury retrograde, that happens. Like it's not like there's something wrong with your appliances and stuff. It's just like that's what it happens. Like it affects communication. It also affects the way that we say things. And please do not take whatever I said right now, and in case that I'm gonna be in court one day and they're like, oh, someone said that she throws. I'll be like Johnny Depp, and I'm like, don't. I'm just saying. Anyway, so yeah, that's the thing. Like I said, like before I knew, I didn't even know that Mercury retrograde was coming. Right? It happens, during the year, and I didn't know that it was coming, but I started feeling like really uncomfortable. I started feeling like restless. I would go to sleep. I couldn't sleep. I would sleep like 3 hours. Like there was this week, I remember I was gonna do a couple of readings, and I was like, I'm not feeling it. I wasn't feeling it. I was like tired. I was moody. Mercury retrograde is like a woman, going through their period. And I'm sorry, you probably are like, ew. But yeah, it's kind of like that. You wake up and you don't know which side of the bed you're gonna wake up. You don't know how your mood is gonna be like. And oh my God, thank you, car. I'm already like, all chaotic and stuff, and like then when little things happen like that, like ugh. But sorry about the noise of the car. Don't pay attention. Anyway, so yeah, that's the thing. Like I said, like any little thing, like I said, I was being like moody and stuff, and this is what happens when, if you don't know, if you're a guy watching this and you're like, what are you talking about? I don't even know what happens. Well, you probably deal with a woman that you don't know what is wrong with that person, because all of a sudden this whole week she's been nagging at you, she's been mad, she's been crying, you don't even know what's going on. A little bipolar. So yeah, and this is what is happening when Mercury is in retrograde. Like, yeah, we're a little bipolar. and not to offend anybody, like if you have that condition, I'm not saying it in that sense. I'm trying to explain like how we feel and stuff. And yeah, like I said, it was affecting me. I wasn't sleeping. Well, I was sleeping maybe like 2-3 hours every night. The next day I was feeling like really tired. I haven't exercised for 2 weeks. And when I don't exercise, especially my family, they start noticing, oh, what's wrong, like, because that's not me, right? Like I feel like exercise is like vitamin for me, right? It makes me feel alive. It makes me feel like it's something that I need to do. And yeah, when that happens, yeah, it when when we're doing Mercury retrograde, it does affect me. Another thing is like, it will, that's the water, the noise of the water thing, cooler. So yeah, it always, like I said, it does something to you. So if you're feeling that way, don't feel like, you're going crazy or something is wrong with you. It's actually, this is a pre-shadow. We're not at full blown yet. This is a pre-shadow. The pre-shadow is like 15 days before the actual date that, the astrologers give you. I think they said it's going to be May 10, I believe, or 15. I'm not even sure. Something like that, where it's going to start like full blown. And right now it's a pre-shadow, which is like 15 days before the actual date that whatever the astrologers give you. So yeah, it's 15 days from now that it's gonna start affecting like really full blown, but you're probably, like I said, experiencing things. The other night, like I said, I've been having a hard time sleeping, even after I took sleeping pills, right? I was so desperate that I'm like, I need to rest, because if I don't rest, then I'm in a bad mood and stuff. And even after I took sleeping pills, like I went to sleep by 10. I was still awake by midnight. I was tossing and turning. And then all of a sudden, I don't know when I fell asleep, but around probably midnight, around 3:30 in the morning, I'm like, I open my eyes and I see a whole bunch of lights. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And what it was is like, my husband has his computers in the bedroom, for work and stuff on the side. And I'm like, I see all these computers, right? Like it lit up like a Christmas tree. I see all these computers, and then like I see that TV was on. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? That's what happens. It's like, all of a sudden your electronics start like, I mean, the computer is in the sleeping mode, which, I understand. If you make a little move or whatever, if you touch something, like it will, restart or whatever. But first of all, there was nobody around the computers. And another thing, the TV, you automatically have to do that. And like I said, sometimes that happens. Like the computer will, the TV was on, which it was so weird. But like I said, this is what happens. So don't get scared. Don't think it's paranormal or whatever. Sometimes we'll think that, especially if you have seen things or things like that has happened to you. But yeah, so like I said, don't think like you're going crazy. It's actually that is going on, the Mercury retrograde. Another things, like sometimes, like since it has to do with communications, we might say things and people will take it the wrong way sometimes. And it's like, no, that's not what I meant. Or like when you're talking, like you're trying to say something in your head, you already say it the way you said it, right? And you think like this is what you're telling people, but to people are sounding different. Like it's a mix up of communication. So like I said, like don't feel bad if you later on find out, like you tell something, like if let's say I tell my sister, oh, you look fab, right? Like, yay. And then my sister will take it like, oh my God, she called me fat. Like, what the hell? Like, and that's not what I said, fab. I didn't say fat. But during Mercury retrograde, that can come out, you know, as it will turn it against you somehow. Another thing, like, this is my Mariah Carey card, right? The Empress. I see Mariah Carey as an Empress. Like, she's very sensual, she's beautiful, her voice. Yeah, to my eyes, she's like perfect, right? There's nothing wrong that she could do that I would say like, oh my God, Mariah Carey. No, Mariah Carey is in an altar for me. Don't put anybody in an altar. I'm just saying, like, to me, Mariah Carey is like the okay, you see how I got, okay, she represents to me the Empress. And like I said before, the Empress is like 4 queens in one, right? She represents all of them in one person. And to me, Mariah Carey is the Empress. So the reason why I mentioned this is because during Mercury retrograde, there's a lot of times that you're not going to feel like Mariah Carey. You're going to feel like, ugh, like, who am I? What am I doing in this life? Why? I feel ugly. I feel like nobody loves me. You're going to be a total drama queen. Whether you're a male or female, it doesn't matter. You're going to feel like a wreck. And like I said, don't take it too personal because, like I said, this is how we're going to be feeling during Mercury retrograde, especially when it's a full-blown. Like I said, right now it's kind of light, but people that are super sensitive, like, they will feel it. They will feel like they're losing it. I'm one of them. So yeah, you're gonna feel like your world is falling apart, right? Death. You're gonna feel like things are crumbling in your life. You're gonna feel like you're going through judgment time. You're gonna feel like pain, ache, heartbreak, whatever happened to you in the past, whatever is happening, you're gonna feel like this, like, poor me, everything happens to me. I'm right here feeling sorry for myself. There is help over here, but I can't see it because, look, I'm looking down because this is how terrible I'm feeling. And you're gonna be feeling this way. So like I said, don't take it personal. Right now, what you should do during this time is, like, if you can take, you know, a little break, and, you know, this is how I've been feeling too, like a little hermit, like, although I'm always like that, but right now it's a full-blown, like, I'm like, I don't want to talk to anybody, I don't want to do anything, I don't want all this stuff, right? So it will probably be best if you isolate a little, you know, to think or whatever. Rest, a lot of rest. This is very important. You need to, you know, yeah, have a lot of rest if you can. And take it easy. Like I said, it's not the end of the world, but during this time, during Mercury retrograde, it's really most likely like you're going to be feeling that way. And yeah, things that are going to be affecting a lot is your sun, your moon, and your rising. Yeah, I make this thing over here, so, you know, to explain a little, but I'm already at 14 minutes. And, well, this will affect a lot, like, you know, the way, like I said, it will affect your moon, which is your inner self. It will affect your rising, your ascendant, which has to do with how you, your external self, the mask that we wear, right? The way we present ourselves to the world. And your sun sign, which is, you know, your whole you, because this has a lot to do. Like, sometimes, like I said, like me, no. Let me, hold on. I have a thing with Aries, because Aries, right? If you're in Aries and your sun sign is Aries, And you have your moon sign in Pisces, which is water. Be careful. You're going to be feeling it a lot. Why? Because the areas I know that have moon in there, that have water in their moon, they are very sensitive, right? You are not going to be feeling like Mariah Carey, right? You're going to be feeling like, oh, poor me, I don't feel good, I feel ugly. That's to me. Whenever, like, I know a lot of Aries, and like I said, I mean, I know them like the back of my hand. Aries cannot do something that I already know what they're gonna do next, because like I said, I know a lot of Aries, and a lot of Aries that I know, they have Pisces in their moon, or a lot of Pisces that I know have Aries in their moon sign. And yeah, they can be complicated, people. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Hopefully you have fire. My husband is in Aries, and he has fire, like he has Sagittarius in the moon, and I believe Sagittarius in the rising. So he's like fire after fire after fire. So he's a ball of fire. And he's very energetic. He's very like, let's do this, let's do that. He's also impulsive, which is not a good thing. But yeah, it's, but if you're in Aries and you have Pisces on your moon, yeah, you're going to be feeling it. You're going to be, like I said, you're not going to be feeling like beautiful Mariah Carey. If you're a woman or if you're a man, you're not going to be feeling like beautiful and lovable. No. You're going to be feeling like a mess. So yeah, just watch out for that, Aries. And it's not the end of the world, right? Like, it's just temporarily. After the Mercury retrograde, it starts at full blown, which is 15 days from now. It's going to be, I believe, until June 2nd, the whole Mercury retrograde. But after June 2nd, there's another 15 days, which is the after shadow. So another 15 days of misery, but like I said, just hang in there. So yeah. So yeah, that's all I want to talk about. I'm already at 17 minutes. I was trying to make this short, but I never can. I talk a lot. So anyway, yeah, you're not crazy. Nothing is bad going on. It's just hang in there. Okay.